We're back, baby.
Like he said, we are back. How's it going, pirates? Welcome back to WIP Wednesday Live. It's now 7 p.m. We're ready to go. We're ready to rock. We're ready to have a good old time. And boy, we have a good show for you. We don't have any creators live this week, but we will be talking about some of the creators that I've discovered recently. We're going to go over some of their work and all that kind of good stuff. We're going to go over some of the stuff that I have planned, some of my projects. We have a few weekly Greeblies. We're going to have a special guest pop on a little bit later on. I'm going to give you some more information about the monthly challenge and what's the monthly challenge going to be for the month of June. I'll let you guys know ahead of time so that way you're well prepared and well on your way to start the other project as well. And I guess we should start things off by saying hello to the chat. Let's see what we got here. We got Bjorn, but he can't stay. He's going to go check out the replay later on. So thank you very much for that, brother. We have Starborn Station. He's going to check out The Mandalorian and Grogu for the second time. So enjoy that show, my man. And hopefully you can catch the replay. I really do appreciate that. We also have Mudhorn Station. What's up, brother? Thank you so much for your continued support. I always appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Do we have any others in the house? Let's see. Who else do we have in the house? We got Jason Jensen Trains, choo choo, let the things go running. We also got Fat Red Foo. The Foo's in the house. He's going to be listening in for a little while. I guess he's on his way back home. So thank you so much for joining us as well. Oh my goodness, there's going to be more people trickling in as we go along with the show. So we're going to continue on with the rest of the show. And thank you all so much for showing up. And thank you all for those that are going to be watching the replay. I definitely appreciate that. If you're here right now, click that like button. I definitely appreciate that. If you're part of the replay squad and you enjoyed what you saw, hit the like button. And also leave a little comment because that helps me out with the algorithm, I think. It kind of boosts me up. And if you can hype me up, do that hype button thing. I think that's only for mobile users. But I definitely would appreciate that. Oh, look who joined us. Making Hick 6 MH6 is in the house. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for showing up. I definitely appreciate that. But I guess with no more further ado, we should just dive right in and let's start things off with something new.
Acquisitions. I have need for you.
Oh yes, we got some new acquisitions. So these are some things I may have mentioned before, but also some brand new stuff that I'm pretty excited for. Some things that I got also for some projects that I'm going to be working on as well. And so I didn't start anything yet, so I don't have anything to show for the new projects. But we will go through some of these things and you guys can let me know what you think. So first off, we have the USS Enterprise NCC 1701, the very original one, because you can tell because it has the gold antenna for the sensor array. So that's pretty cool. And it actually does light up. It's actually a tiny little ship, but it does light up. I got it so that I can use it for my world building and the lore telling that I'll be doing in the near future because I just started writing some more stories. So I'm going to try to post those on YouTube and make them like motion graphic, like motion comics, that kind of thing. So I have a few things that I'm working on and you're going to start seeing some of those very soon. And after almost 2 years of waiting, I ordered this back in October of 2024. Red Sonja has finally arrived. So that's the package you see there on the right. And the package on the left, I believe you guys might have seen on Starboy Station on his page. He had some pictures with this figure on the right. Sorry, on the left. That figure was one that I ordered back then, and she was available back then. Unfortunately, because I did the pre-order, I had to wait. So I finally got them both. They are both amazing, amazing figures. And the one on the left, I've already started doing a custom for her. So I'm pretty excited about showing you guys that in a little bit. And so, yeah, that's what we got recently. What else did we get? Now, I actually showed pictures on this on my Instagram already, but these two characters, I just finished writing the story, so I'm going to start doing some photography for these guys so I could tell their story. But that's Frick and Frack. So the one on the left is Frick with the blue eye, and the one on the right is Frack with the green eye. So yeah, part of what I'll be doing, actually I'll show you in the next picture. These lights, they use the copper, electrified copper wiring to light up. So it doesn't matter where the light is, as long as it's within that or close proximity to that copper wire, it's going to light up. So what I'm planning on doing is using one of those lights, because they are small enough, or two of those lights in both of these figures. I'm going to see if I can try to fit that in there. I'm obviously going to have to Dremel some stuff, like shave down the inside of the head so that light can fit inside there. And I'm likely going to have to glue it in so that way it stays in place, or the head stays together and doesn't fall apart. So I'm pretty excited about that. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out. Oh yes, Red Sonja, baby. A very good figure. I definitely have to admit, the only one gripe I have with that figure is that her elbow pops out really easily. Unfortunately, the peg that they use for the elbow is just not long enough. I don't know why they went with such a short peg, because if you go back and look at some of the other boss fight figures, the peg's actually longer for the elbow. So it doesn't actually end up popping out so easily when you bend the elbow. So I was a little disappointed with that. But other than that, it's a great figure. The articulation's really good. I'm so glad that brought back. They finally got her done, but I'm so glad that they brought in thigh swivels, so now you can get them in even better dynamic poses. So I'm very excited about that. And yeah, those lights are really cool, man. So I can't wait to play around with those. At first, I thought they were broken because I didn't realize that I hadn't plugged in the copper wires. Like, none of the lights were lighting up. I'm like, what's going on? And then I realized I was using the wrong cord for the copper wiring. But they work just fine. I got on AliExpress for about $5 Canadian. So for you Americans, that's like, what, 25 cents? So yeah, it was a great deal. Free shipping, of course, to Canada. I don't know if you guys get free shipping in the US. But yeah, definitely worth it. I might get some more as well, because I love playing around with lights, but I haven't done it in a little while. So hopefully soon, when I start working on some of my projects, I can get back to putting lights in my projects as well. So those are the lights. I also got another one of these. Unfortunately, it got delivered to my old address. I have to go pick that up later this week. So I'm going to repaint that. You guys saw the one. I think I showcased it last week. I had one of these, and repainted it a light gray color. So I just wanted to get another one. And yeah, I just love this ship. So anytime I'm on eBay, I always look out to see if I can get another one at a great price. And I got this one at a really good price. The only thing that was missing on this one were the seat belts on the inside, which aren't that great anyway, so I wouldn't have used them anyhow. And the legs on this one were missing. Now the other one I had before, that back canopy was missing, but it had everything else, and except the seatbelts as well. So yeah, I really love this ship. Want to get some more of these. It's going to be part of a small squadron that I'm working on. So very, very excited for that stuff, man. So yeah, that's all the new acquisitions I got this week, or in the month of May. So we're at the end of May now, so showcasing all of those. And so yeah, I'm pretty darn excited about where things are going these days. My room's slowly coming along. Actually, on this shelf back here, right here, I can't even figure out where I'm pointing. But that shelf back there, I just put on some of my robots, some of my different robots, because I'm gonna start shooting for that frickin' frack story. I'm going to start shooting the storyline for that. And a lot of those robots that are on that shelf are going to be in the photography. So that's why I have them up there lined up for that. Because it's going to be part of something that was just recently showcased in The Mandalorian and Grogu. All those robots, they're called a droid, I think it's Gotha or Gotcha? Droid Gotha, I think it's called. Which is part of like a liberation of droids. So they're all free will droids. So I have a character. If you guys have read my Instagram, I have a character named R0X1 or Roxy. She escaped from the Mount Tantus, where the Imperials were doing all types of different experiments. That's where they're building all their advanced technology. She was going to be their next iteration of the Dark Trooper. But it didn't work out. She escaped, ended up killing a whole bunch of Imperials on her way out. And part of her programming is that she's trying to liberate other droids to start a droid liberation front. So that is going to be... I'm going to dive more into that topic as I showcase Frick and Frack in the next story, because they're actually supposed to be circus droids. But now they are now free-willed, and they actually have the same type of programming as the commando droids from the Clone Wars. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going to dive way more into that as I develop that. Sorry, as I bring that story out for you guys to hear all about it. I love world building. World building is so much fun. Yes, I love it. I love it so much. But anyways, let's move on and let's dive into some more of our amazing stuff for today. Right now, we're going to dive into...
And now it's time for Greeblies.
Greeblies. Oh, my precious. Oh, yes, anything can be a Greebly.
Oh yes, we are in the Greeblies, the good stuff, the stuff that you make out of junk, everyday junk. So you guys are experts at it. There's a lot of you guys that are in the chat right now, like Making Hick 6. He does some really amazing work with Greeblies. Jason Trains. He does some really awesome stuff. Fat Red Foo, Starboy, Bjorn. All of you guys make some really awesome stuff. So later today, I'm going to be showcasing some work from some new people I've discovered. And these are just as talented as the guys that are watching right now. And you too, Replay Squad. So yeah, Bjorn gets credit for this one. He brought this to my attention in one of the groups that I'm in. And it's one of those Gillette. I don't know if it's Gillette per se, but it's one of those razor blade holders. So this is where the blades themselves are held. So something similar to this. I know a lot of us tend to keep these, especially us customizers and Greebly builders. We just love to hang on to junk. And this is an awesome thing that makes great shelves. I've seen people use these as weapon racks. So really cool stuff. So Bjorn brought this to my attention. So the picture on the left is what it looks like before it's painted. And then the picture on the right is what it looks like after it's been painted and weathered. And you can see there's numbers on each one of them. So I guess it's like a cabinet type thing, which is really cool. I love the concept. I may have to steal this idea. It works best with that, I guess, that shape of the razor blade holder. The one I have is more like in this image. So it has more rounded edges. So it looks a little bit less like that, which looks like a cabinet, and looks more like just like a bunch of shelves. So I might have to make something similar but different at the same time. So awesome stuff. Let's see what the chat's saying. Excuse me, because my vision's not the greatest, so it takes me a little second. I may have to pay tribute to this idea. Which idea is that? Somebody had an awesome idea. I want to know who. Oh, the lights. Yes, there is a cool concept. Definitely check it out and see if you can get those lights as well, because they're so small. They're like really tiny. I don't have them near me right now, but they're like this big, like literally that big. So really tiny. So it should be able to fit inside the head of that droid. So I'm gonna test that out. Of course, once I do that, I'll show pictures of all that stuff as well. But yeah, that is awesome, Jason. The Gillette thing. I know you could do something easily because you're like awesome at weathering. So I have no doubt that you would make something awesome as well. And then also in Greeblies, I found this online. So I was going through my Pinterest and I found this ship that someone was putting together. They're using like packages, I think like model kits that they kind of put together to make this ship. And so here's the progress. This is like what they initially started with. Everything's kind of taped down just to see how everything fits together. Here it is now with a few more Greeblies added to it, like caps. I don't know if those are straws, but some longer parts on there. Some wings were added on, and the caps were like intake and thrusters as well. And then check this out. Here is the end result of this awesome ship. Like, take a look at that. Tell me that is not amazing. Great paint job as well. I like the color scheme they went with. Has a very rebel or republic type look to it. But yeah, it's an awesome design. It looks to be about 1/18 scale. Based on that first picture, you kind of get an idea of the size of it. But it looks, yeah, exactly. Wow, for sure. It's definitely a wow. Really awesome stuff. I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't know who that person was. Who the person was that created it, but I just had to share it because they just did a phenomenal job. And part of what I try to do with this segment of the show is inspire people to try different things with different items aside from like just 3D printing or laser cutting stuff, or even just kit bashing, to like, step out of your wheelhouse and try something different. So these guys have made some amazing things, and I'm inspired now. I'm inspired to make a ship. I still have my own ship that I need to work on that I mentioned months ago that I was going to get started, that I have yet to do, but I'll get to that eventually. But yeah, it's click. Oh, is that what that is? I wasn't sure what that was, but yeah, it is an amazing ship. So I'm quite impressed with it myself. And so one of the other things I found is this. So I have a nurse that comes every few days, and I have like a bunch of medical equipment here. It's just so that she can like do the dressing on my knee and stuff like that. And one of the items that they use as part of my dressing comes in a package that's shaped like this. And so I decided to keep the shell casing of it, so the acrylic glass casing. Well, it's not glass, but you know what I mean. And so I'm planning on using it to use as windows. So here's just a quick example. I just threw it on top of this wall that I was working on. And so what I would do is I would cut into the wall the shape of that product, so that way it kind of fits through on the other side and you don't see all the edges around it. So that's going to be a window. I'm waiting to get another one so I can do one on the other side of the door. Of course, then that way you'd be able to see inside the building, which is really cool. Planning on putting some lights in the building and stuff like that, so that way it makes better use of those windows. But yeah, it's a what's this? It's possible. Oh yeah, that's true. You can make a mounted computer terminal with that as well. With I guess the Gillette thing is what you're referring to, or even just this thing. Yeah, you can maybe even make a wall, make that the hexagon shape, make that the screen, and then that little ridged bottom part could be like a keyboard or something, if that's what you're referring to. But yeah, so here now, this is one of the guys that I'll be showcasing in Creators Corner today. But this guy makes some amazing stuff, and he's just recently posted this on his Instagram, so definitely check him out. I believe all of the people that I'll be featuring today in the Creators Corner are in the description, so you can check them out if you don't already do that. But this guy is very inspiring with his work. He makes everything that he's built, he makes out of foam core and junk and stuff like that. And not only that, these are all 1/12 scale stuff that he's building. So phenomenal stuff. You're gonna see some of his work a little bit later on. So here's the Imperial Lambda class shuttle that he made and some of the products that he used. So that's the shuttle right there. So that's not something he bought, he built that. And here are some of the things that went into building that. So he used straws to make some of the laser cannons that are on either side of the cockpit of the ship. And I believe also there's a rear turret as well. He may have used the straws on that. There's also this lid that he uses. So he uses that for the engine details. So it blows my mind to think that he just uses everyday stuff like this to make such amazing creations. And then he's also used lids, so like plastic lid covers. So he used that for the windshield of the ship. And then also part of the laser cannon and the detailing around the ship, he used both anchors and screws to do some of that as well. So yeah, awesome stuff. Really, really impressive stuff when he goes to work on his projects. He's also even made a turbo tank with, I think he built it on an RC platform. So that thing, like, it could actually really be controlled. He's another one that likes to use lights and stuff like that in his projects. So definitely go check him out, TK421 on Instagram. Again, you won't be disappointed with the stuff that he comes up with because they're just phenomenal. Like, and again, everything that he builds is 112. Like that's the part that's so impressive, is that everything is at 112 scale. So yeah, this guy's stuff is definitely building, like, awesome stuff. He makes some really amazing stuff. But yeah, we're just rolling along today. So thank you guys for sticking around. And for those of you guys watching on the replay, like, subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the content, because it keeps me going. It keeps the channel going. It gets the channel growing. And of course, I appreciate all of that. Yes, all of it. But so yeah, let's move on to my next favorite part of the show. You guys know it well as...
No, bigger. Smaller. No, it's the one with a hole on the end that curves this way. I think I saw it once before over there in that pile near the circulators. There you go. I always knew you were the smart one.
All right, so let's dive into some of the things that I'm working on, some different projects that I have on the go, some customs that I'm starting, and some that I've already finished in some of these pictures because they were just simple kit bashes. But let's dive into it. So we have this awesome creature. So this is the one that I showed you guys at the beginning. As you can see, she looks really cool. So what I've done was, with the king from the boss fight Knights, there's a king who comes in white armor. I decided to use his helmet on this figure. I just thought it looked really cool. So I used, she comes with two heads. One that has, she has more of an insect looking type face. So she has mandibles on the other head. This one's a little bit, the head's a little bit more humanoid sized head, but she has 4 eyes. But I decided to put on this helmet. I'm also working on a custom head for her, more of a human type head, because I wanted to look a little bit more sexy. And those 4-eyed heads just don't look very sexy. So, but yeah, great figure. The articulation's amazing. You can never go wrong with Boss Fight because they make their designs are really good. Their sculpts are really good. The paint apps are usually very simple paint apps, if there are any, but the detailing's always phenomenal. So I hope they really start diving in more into some of their 118 stuff, because lately they've been focusing a little bit more on the 112 side of things and coming up with stuff that they had initially promised to come out with for 118 scale, like their cosmic stuff. I believe they started doing some stuff with the cosmic side of things. They have this one, I guess I don't know if it's a female bounty hunter. She's wearing like a purple spacesuit. It looks really cool. I want that in 118 scale. So I'm hoping, Boss Fight, if you're watching, which I doubt you are, but if you are watching, please give 118 scale a chance and give us cool cosmic stuff. We love all the the armor, the knights, and all those kinds of things. But we want to dive into the cosmic stuff too, the sci-fi stuff. So bring us some of that. This character can work in both the medieval type of like fantasy stuff, but she can also work in sci-fi as well. But yeah, great figure. Can't wait to show you guys more of the stuff that I'm working on in terms of this figure. So as you can see on the picture on the right, that's armor that I gave her. So she comes, but the one on the left is more like how she naturally looks. I just added the helmet in that shot. But in the picture on the right, I've added some armor from another boss fight figure that I had. Normally that armor is black and blue. I repainted it gold. I'm trying to find a proper white paint to go with that armor. So something that's a little bit more like... something that's a little bit more pearlescent white, like the helmet. Because you can't really tell in these pictures, but the helmet has a pearlescent white touch to it. And it looks really nice. I'm trying to find something similar to that color paint to put on her armor. So here is Red Sonja. Yes, this babe is hot. She's so hot. She looks so good. But what I'm working on in this picture is her mount. So that gargoyle, I forget his name. If you guys know in the chat, just let me know what his name is. I forgot his name. But yeah, that's going to be her mount. I have to build her a saddle and add the reins as well. But I think it's a perfect fit with her fiery orange hair and his blue tone. Yeah, that would definitely make a good mix. Did somebody say what the name is? Yeah, that gargoyle is awesome. I forget his name though. Why can't I remember his name? Oh well, I forget. Oh wait, what's this I see? Hold on a second. Is there somebody here? Oh my goodness, somebody's here! What's up, man?
Here I am. What's good, pirates?
Same stuff, different day. Glad you can join. For those who don't know, this is the Wolfman. Oh, the Wolfman's in the house, aka Border Station X. Welcome, brother. Thanks for being here.
Hey, to clear it up, the gargoyle's name was Bronx.
That's it, Bronx. I couldn't remember if it was Bronx or Brooklyn. I knew it started with the B, but I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to make a fool of myself, so I didn't say anything.
Yeah. I think Brooklyn was the big green guy. I could be wrong though.
I know it was one of the.
I don't remember much of the '60s, so it's hard going all the way back there to remember what was going on.
But yeah, it's a great figure. The articulation is really good on this figure. I love the color, and the mouth has articulation. So I want to put like a little the reins right inside the mouth, so she can actually grab on, because it looks weird with no saddle or any reins for her to grab onto to ride him. So, but yeah, I think it's gonna make a great mount. I actually got the idea from Josh from Amrak Station. So Josh went Zilla. He was the one who initially had the idea. You can go and check out his page on Instagram, and you'll see he created like a saddle and all that stuff for it. So I kind of want to do something similar for Red Sonja. Stick with that kind of fantasy look. But I'm also going to be sci-fiing her up a little bit. I got to give her like a blaster or some kind of, sci-fi rifle. And maybe I might give her a cloak and stuff. Going to keep most of her shape. Kind of going with the idea of like her being like the heavy metal character. That Heavy Metal 2000, I think it was called. Heavy Metal 2000, where she's wearing that similar type of scantily clad armor, but still a badass.
Yeah. So, I don't think I ever saw the 2000 one. I saw the OG, but I feel like it was just kind of an answer back to the original. I want to say her name was like Karna or something like that. The blonde gal.
Sounds familiar. It sounds familiar, but
there's a little story arc in the original one that's like a kind of a Red Sonja-esque character, and she's whooping butt on a bunch of mutant guys. So,
and she has like white hair and stuff, like super sexy with that red outfit. But yeah, the other one is actually, I wouldn't say it's as good as the OG one, but the storyline's pretty good, and like
Oh,
of
yeah.
course the animation's like just sick, right? So
Right. I was like, good is a subjective thing when watching, an adult cartoon, So
true enough.
yeah.
Actually, I just recently watched Fire and Ice. That's
Nice.
another good
That's a good
classic
one. That's a good one.
80s one. That was
Yes,
back when
sir.
they were doing a lot of the animation, where they were using real people, the real actors to do
Yeah.
the motion, like
Called
motion capture.
Yeah,
That's what I was
rotoscoping.
looking. Yeah, that's it.
Rotoscoping, I believe is the term. But the company that did that was actually, I want to say Nelvana Animation Company, and they were the same people that did Rock and Rule, and also
Yep.
are out of Canada. So
Yep.
there you go.
Good old Canada. Actually, with that,
The more you know.
exactly. Ding, 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 ding.
I know we need the maple
should
leaves
have
going
that.
flying by. Yeah, it's a
The
work
more
on
you
it, buddy.
know, eh? You have to add the A. And
Yeah, you gotta
the
have
more
the
you
A in
know,
there.
eh?
The more you know, eh?
But actually, my mother back in the day, my mother used to do the midnight cleaning shift at their
Okay.
studios. So
How
one
far
night I
out?
actually got to go, and
Wow.
there were some animators that were working on an animation at the time, and they were going to give me some of the cells. Unfortunately, I lost them, but they gave me cells of a project. It never came to be. It was a
Okay.
project they were working on the pilot, and it just never
Right.
ended up happening. But it looked really cool. It was a sci-fi thing, and they gave me. It almost looked like Space Ace. You remember that video game
Okay.
Space
Yeah,
Ace?
I do. Yeah, With,
Very
Don
similar.
Bluth. Don Bluth
Yeah,
did that with Dragon's Lair as well.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, it had
There's,
that style to it.
Got it. Yeah, I want to say I should be actually I should correct myself because I'm not entirely sure. I actually now that I'm thinking back on Fire and Ice, that's a Ralph Bakshi thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was Nelvana Animation Studios, but I do know Nelvana did like the Devil and Daniel Mouse, Rock and
Yep.
Roll, things like that, and they all have a very kind of anthropomorphized animal human hybrid kind of things going on in a lot of their animation. I've noticed.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, look
So-
who's here. Justin Welch is here. Welcome, brother.
Hey.
Thank you for popping in. The other thing too, I think American Pop had that same
Yep.
similar style to that as well. That was
I want to say
another
American
good
Pop
one.
might have been Ralph Bakshi, but again,
Yeah, American Pop is
I don't
definitely
remember
Ralph.
the 60s.
I do know for sure that
Yeah.
American Pop was Ralph Bakshi, but I think the other ones you might be right. It might be Nirvana.
Yeah, and then Nelvana, I think it was.
No,
I don't know.
Yeah,
man. Like,
Nirvana.
during our youth, there was some pretty far out animated stuff.
Way out there stuff.
Yeah, it gets further out, but we'll stop there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You could also it'll be too psychedelic.
All right.
So here's something else I'm working on. Here's my Flash Gordon. This was just a simple kit bash where I kit bashed the Flash Gordon.
Yeah,
And the and the I just added the Eagle Force bubble helmet to him because it
Love
kind of
it.
has that the classic Flash Gordon look to it. So I figured,
you were
hey, why
talking
not
about
mix
trying
it
to make
too?
Red Sonja sci-fi. I was like, you're gonna give her a fishbowl helmet with an antenna?
I might have to do that. Although
it's the classic thing.
exactly, although it made no sense, no spacesuit, but wearing a bubble helmet with no air tank either. So I don't know how that works.
There'll be a lot of bad stuff happening there, but anyway.
Exactly. And so here's another project that I'm working on. So this is more of a storyline thing. I'm going to start putting some of this logo. You're going to see this on a t-shirt. So this is going to be a combination of Cobra with the Imperial. They're joining forces because Cobra, their mass device ended up going crazy and ended up sending troops to the Star Wars universe. And so they took over an Imperial base. And once they did that, I guess the Emperor was quite impressed. Sorry, not the Emperor. Thrawn was quite impressed with how they overtook that base because it was a secret base, and they overtook it. So they decided to join forces with Cobra, and because the Imperial Remnant were short on credits, Cobra and Destro decided to fund the Imperials because they just had, very deep pockets. So they were able to fund their various projects. So this is my own alternate Star Wars universe, so I can do what I want. You don't like it, too bad. So this logo is going to be showing up on t-shirts very soon. So the link is in my description where you can get t-shirts. I currently have like a Pirates logo and stuff like that. So you can go check those out. They're really cool. And this is going to be another one of those awesome logos that I'll be adding. And so I got someone online by the name of Bad Mother. He makes
Shut your mouth.
he makes amazing water slide decals, and so he made these for me so that I can put these on some custom figures that I'll be working on. If you look at, I think on my Instagram, I may still have a Stormtrooper repainted in the Cobra blues, but I put on a Cobra Trooper helmet on a Stormtrooper body and repainted it blue and put the Cobra logo on it. But this is now going to be the logo that I'll be using it. So that way it crosses over with the Imperials a lot better.
The ultimate baddies.
Exactly.
I could see these on some vehicles would be pretty tight too. Kind of all of the Hiss tank deal.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the things I'm going to be doing too is I'm going to be getting him to make larger ones, because those ones are just small. It would fit right on the chest type logos.
Nice.
But basically, he just asks you, what size do you want? So I'm going to see if I can get a sheet with larger ones. So I could put them on vehicles and stuff like that. That's what I'm really looking forward to doing. So stay tuned to the channel and to my Instagram for that stuff. But I'm pretty excited for all of that. Now the main reason, but before we get into the creators corner, the main reason why Wolfman is here is because he's here to talk about something that he's done for me. So let's dive into that. So we're not doing the giveaway today, but as you guys know, next episode is episode 60. So as you guys know who follow me, every 10 episodes we do a giveaway. But Wolfman's giveaway is part of another project that I'm working on that's also starting next week on June the 3rd. So one of the things that he created for me was something that I love, and some other people have it in their station, but is your awesome sci-fi graffiti walls, dude. Like, these things are friggin' phenomenal. So if you show up next week and throughout the month of June, every week we're going to be doing a giveaway for one of these amazing walls for you guys to have within your own station. So talk to me a little bit about what you created here.
What you want to know?
So I do see that you have, like, you normally put like pop culture type stuff on there, like some of the images, like I see the Batman image on there.
Sure.
In terms of the stuff that you write on there, what ideas do you just put whatever pops into your head, or are there things that you kind of have an idea that you want to put on the walls?
Somewhat. I mean, like, for instance, you asked, for me to write WIP Wednesday on each one of them, so I did that. Generally, it's just the names of people I've known in life, their aliases. It can be anything from old homies to like ex-girlfriends to like the song I'm listening to, the band I'm listening to, a phrase in the song I'm listening to, a reference to one of the posters I put up there. You know what I mean? It's just it's really most of these are done pretty late at night or early in the morning, considering what your perception is on that. But so I'm just usually rocking out late at night and puffing ganj and drinking beers and just getting her done. So it's really just haphazard. It's it's just what comes to me right then and there usually.
And yet you create such awesomeness. And in terms of like the pictures you choose, is it just stuff that you've like enjoyed throughout, or is it just stuff that you think somebody else might like?
Usually, it's stuff I've enjoyed throughout, stuff that's current, stuff that's I'm in touch with a handful of other graffiti artists and people that have tons of different types of slap tags. Occasionally I'll use one of those to kind of sideways promote their work. Like, there's an example right there. There's some work from my homeboy Blaze Mode, and that "You Are the Eloy" sticker is one of his pieces of work there. So
That's such a cool name, Blaze Mode. Blaze Mode. I like
he's that guy's a brother from another mother, man. It's almost like I got a twin living out there. It's pretty far out, but
awesome
great
stuff.
guy. He's one of the real ones, man. Go visit that guy's page. Anyway,
Is it Blaze Mode? Is his name on his Instagram?
I'm trying to remember if it's Blaze Mode with a number or some jive like that, but it's Blaze Mode. So if you turn on Blaze Mode and see stuff with graffiti work, you're probably in the right spot.
Awesome.
If it's either cool gardening stuff, ranching stuff, or graffiti work. So
now I don't wanna put you out there in case the authorities are watching. But did you ever used to tag stuff, like
absolutely,
walls and stuff?
Absolutely.
Okay. I didn't know if you were too afraid to answer that or not. But that's awesome.
Nothing that I ever wrote on any wall anywhere is probably in existence any longer. It was
true. That stuff disappears pretty quick. Either they get
sandblasted. There's a difference between doing pieces, and throw ups versus doing tagging, and what I do is tagging. There's artists out there, and they do pieces and they do throw ups. You know what I mean? Like there's this homeboy Jolt down in south of me where I live, and
right.
He's on Instagram as well, man. He just does some incredible stuff, and I'm not going to get too like divulging about all his stuff, but no, I'm just saying, like, the guy sells canvases of his work. He's
nice.
So I mean, so it's not just going up on walls in places. It's
right.
It's
he's
being
like a true artist
in the studio. Well, I mean, and it's yes, absolutely. But that true art, the canvas can be anywhere. But he's literally making canvases of his
nice.
logo. And anyway, so living somewhat local to that person, I keep an eye out for their work when I'm sitting there by my, like this morning I was getting about ready to get a haircut, and train rolls right by there. So I always watch those things, see if I can see his work.
Because we have there's a few now you can't see them, but back in the day there was a train line that now like a public train that used to go along this one alleyway where all the side industrial walls had graffiti on them, some really amazing pieces on there. And I'd always get upset because some of them would get tagged. So somebody would tag right on it. I'm like, come on, man, respect the artist.
Well, that's the deal. There's some, there's when new people roll in, they don't know yet. They can't, it's not cool to burn other people's work, especially if your work is like so much more so substandard that it's like, it's different when one person's doing a piece and then somebody does a retaliation piece over it, and then
that's different.
Back and they do another retaliation.
Because that ends up just being a competition, which is cool. Because then you're seeing like back and forth amazing artists. But I just hate when they just tag like a little nothing piece on an amazing massive like graffiti.
Edgar was here,
like that's too
piece of art. Yeah, no, I feel you.
Or VP plus MA. Like, come on, don't put that shit on there, man.
Yeah, no, there's some disrespectful stuff that can happen, but I think that's like again,
I know that's part of the whole urban thing too. Right?
You can just be like, hoping that there's other people, elders out there that are kind of pointing the right direction to new people on the scene, but you never.
That's true.
I don't know what they, like I said again, 20s. Yeah, 20s and prior, early 20s and prior. After that, after mid 20s, not really so much. So
that's true.
Just different lifestyle and different play. I don't know. Anyway,
quick question: the one that's on the picture on the left, where like right beside Obi-Wan, what is that silhouette, dude? That looks really cool. I like it. It's very simple, but I love it.
Mm-hmm.
The black silhouette, is that something in particular that you, or is this something you saw and you liked it, so you threw it on?
It's a slap tag from a friend of mine, and it's okay. I don't want to get too into where it comes from, because it might that might be like a copyright dealio. So but it's his anyway. Whatever. We'll talk more on that. But yeah, I got it from it's from a friend.
That looks really cool though. I love that. Again, it's a very simple drawing, but it just looks so cool. It so stands out.
And it's literally like, if I'm doing like what you've asked for, which was like, kind of horizontal and maybe a vertical, or like two horizontals and a vertical stripe there. Like a lot of times if things are rectangular, square, whatever, I'm just like fitting them into the squares and stuff. So I don't really have a huge plan usually, but I'm just like printing stuff out on the printer and throwing down some Mod Podge and just like laying these pieces of paper over it. Which brings me to my next point. To anybody who receives any of these, I did clear coat the heck out of these things. But that being said, if you see anything on there that you can tell was like printer paper, try to avoid getting it wet.
Right. Well, you shouldn't be getting it wet anyway, so it shouldn't be near water. It's like just think of it as a gremlin.
Thanks for the compliment. I can't read who this is saying this right here. I can kind of see it says those are very nice.
That's Mr. Justin Welch is actually saying that. But
thank you, sir.
They are quite nice. And then Ian as well. Oh wait, he says it's like a sad shade of Charlie Brown. Yeah, kind of, or Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes. That's what it reminds me.
The information of where this image comes from, but yeah, we should. Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Moving right along. But again, for me, now, I guess because you made these from stuff that I enjoyed, I do appreciate that you used the baby blue because it's my favorite color.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no.
So I'm so happy you used that in the designs. If you guys don't like it, too bad. If you don't want to claim it, let me know. I'll take it for myself.
There you go.
I already have 4, and I wouldn't mind getting another one. So
there's another one on the way. And like speaking of, there's the one you're getting. So
yes, this is mine. Suck it.
Suck it, y'all. For instance, like Chaka, I'm not Chaka. I don't tag Chaka stuff, but that was just kind of that whole side. I was going for just an East Los kind of vibe for it, and I like it. Like a concert poster that took place in Los Angeles, and flaming chancla, and I love the flaming Huarache sandal up there because that's
yeah. Saw that.
Louis Perez from Manic Hispanic and other bands and other things designed that, and that's one of his pieces of tattoo flash that he does on people. So
nice. I really wish I could write like that graffiti writing. I just can't do. I've tried, but I just can't do it, man.
Sure you can. I learned.
Yeah, I guess in time, but when you get to this age and your eyesight's like mine, and you can't really hold pens very well,
that I can dig. That's a whole other thing for sure.
That makes things a little bit more challenging.
Right. Like there's the other side of that.
That's the back of it, right? Yeah.
That's the back side of it. Yeah, with Obi-Wan and Star-Lord. There's your WIP Wednesday right there above the I know. I think I already used that the American Werewolf in London Japanese poster.
Oh, I don't mind.
You're getting it again, I guess. It looks like
I have no problem with that. Well, because what I could do too is when one is showing, I could flip the other side of this one, right? So it doesn't really.
There you go. I believe it. I believe it was actually you that suggested doing them two side. I was like, duh.
Yeah, actually, no.
I did.
You came up with that. You came up with that all on your own, and then you told me about it.
Well, I don't know about that. I feel like you said something where I was like, "Yeah, man, that's a dang good idea." I don't know why. We were just talking.
No,
I think right now, and whatever.
I think that was you, man. I think that was all you, and I just agreed with you. Maybe that's what you're remembering is me agreeing with your awesome idea.
I'm real good at getting a perfect set of directions and in a long, narrow hallway, and they say, "Hey, just go to the end of the hallway," and I'll immediately make a left-hand turn right into the wall. So I'll find a way to make it the hard way.
Hey man, so we all do that, especially at our age, right? All those drugs we did catch up to us.
Yeah.
What drugs? I said no to drugs. What are you talking about?
Hey, I recognize your face, but what's your name again?
Oh my! I say that way too often, man. Like so many people's like. So one of the things I come up with now is that I just say, "Hey, I forget names, but I never forget a face," right? Because I don't ever forget a face. But names I forget after like 5 minutes. Unless it's something very obscure. I barely go out, so I barely meet anyone new. But
Cranky old shut in at this point.
yeah, exactly. So let's dive into this next segment. So actually, yeah, like I said, the month of June, every week we're going to be giving away one of those awesome walls.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Wolfman, for making those walls because they are awesome. So, yeah, Justin, if you thought they were nice, tune in every week as of next week, and you have an opportunity to win one of those walls. Yeah, the other thing too is that next week, only the next week's episode is a 2 giveaway episode. So there's the regular episode 60 giveaway. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I'll let you guys know on the date. And then the other giveaway will be the wall. So yeah, definitely show up for those. For especially for you photographers, you definitely want a chance of winning those because you can do some awesome stuff for your world building. But let's dive into the other segment. Actually, do you want to stick around for a little bit,
Absolutely.
Wolfman?
I'll hang out till the end of the thing here. I mean, I got to bounce in about maybe 15 minutes. So.
Oh, we'll be done before that. But
all right, cool. Let's roll.
Let's dive into the next segment.
Let's do it, man.
So we have reached the creator's corner, and so we don't have a creator. Well, we do have one on the stream today, but we're not diving into your work, Wolfman. We're gonna take a look at a few new people I've discovered on Instagram, and for sure, Wolfman, we'll have you back on the show when you're ready to showcase some of your new stuff.
I yard sailed my whole area up there, man. I gotta I gotta do some major recovery.
So now you also have more space to do stuff.
Soon I will. Yes.
So that's awesome. So I really can't wait to see what you're going to come up with because I love your work, especially your photography. You've been killing it with your photography lately. Like you've been doing some really awesome shots.
Honestly, I've been so lazy. These are all shelf shots. Like the last 4 or 5 shots.
Hey, man,
literally, we're taking it right behind me. Like literally taking a foot behind my head on that shelf.
So, it works though, because it actually looks like it's part of your work.
I'm feeling red and yellows lately, and that's just kind of what I'm working with. Anyway,
nice, but it works.
Appreciate your kudos always.
Always. That's what I try to portray the most is positivity. Whether it's the people that I follow or just the stuff that I see, because people inspire me.
You're winning at that.
Who's winning? This guy.
That guy.
So here's one of the new guys I've recently discovered. It's my SW guy. So my Star Wars guys. He does some phenomenal photography, some digital editing as well on his shots. But check out some of these shots. Like this Clone Wars shot is really nice.
Yeah.
And it's like that saying, a picture has 1,000 words. That's this.
Or 1,000 troopers.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, chupas. But yeah, these guys, they look really cool. The lighting's very simple, but it looks really good. I love how in the background you could see the LAAT ship in the background, and so there's more troops coming.
Sometimes, man, like I don't want to say monochromatic because there's a lot of shades and hues in here, but like that's what I'm saying. I'm liking reds and yellows. This is blue. I love blue and light blue.
Yeah.
And, baby blue obviously is in there.
Yep, I'm right there with you. Blue's my color of choice. But yeah, this does look nice, and I like the fact that he kept it simple in terms of the lighting and stuff like that as well. But yeah, great shot there. Check out this shot. I love this shot because again, it's like telling so much. You totally hear just looking at that picture, you hear the music in your head, right? But yeah, phenomenal shot. I love the background. I don't know if that's in front of like a TV screen or something like that, but
however,
it could just be a picture.
Done, get it done. That's awesome.
Yeah, it just looks really good. And I love how he has the different depths. So he has the trees right in the foreground. Then he has the Mando in the mid-ground. Then he has the very far background. And I like how he kind of lightened up the background as well. He just did such an awesome job. So yeah. So if you haven't gone and seen Mando and the Grogu, go see it. It's a good show. If you like the first and second seasons of the show, you'll like this movie. I thought it was a fun movie to go see. And actually, Starboy's there right now.
All right. Outstanding.
Now, this shot is just sick. I love I love all the little sparks and stuff flying around.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen Shadow Lord yet, which is Maul Shadow Lord, go and check it. That's who that character's from.
Okay.
Go and check out that series. Really, really cool series. It's animated, but the story is really dark, and it's definitely not a kid show. Or if it's for kids, it's for older kids.
Darth Maul's story isn't for kids.
The only thing that's missing is nudity and swearing.
like the traumatic part where he got halved really bad, like Dewey Cox, like, brother. Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Anyhow, sorry. Continue, my friend.
It's all good.
I'll sidetrack you all day long, dude.
Chime in whenever you want, brother. I appreciate it.
But
yeah, some really, really good shot. Oh, look who's here! Look who's here! I guess his ears must have been burning because
Nice.
look who's here.
All right.
So yeah, we're going over your work. Hopefully, I can have you on the show someday because I'd love to just talk to you about what inspires you to create some of these. Obviously, it's Star Wars, but I mean, to inspire you for these particular types of shots. Here's another great shot. So again, if you haven't seen Mandalorian and Grogu, go and check it out. This kind of reminds me of that movie as well.
Nice.
But again, I love the whole background, foreground. Like it just gives it more depth, and it's just such a phenomenal work.
Yeah.
And again, very simple coloring and lighting, but it just works. So yeah, I actually feel
that winter. We don't have winter here anymore in Colorado.
Well, hey, you're talking to a Canadian.
It comes in spring and then it just breaks all your trees to hell.
Yeah, that's pretty much like what we get here in Canada. So I totally feel you.
That looks a great shot, though.
Here's another great shot.
Nice. On deck.
You can actually hear him. You can actually hear him breathing.
Yeah. and you can sense the tension of the guy at the desk.
I know. He's behind me.
He's right behind me, isn't he? He's right behind me. He's just
exactly.
It's like being a janitor at Disneyland, and Walt Disney at like 6 a.m. walks up to you and says, "Hey, what are you working on?" And he's standing there watching you, and you're just dying.
You already swept that spot like 3 times.
Yep. Nope, I'll make sure it's clean. Looking good for you, Walt? All right.
Is his light? Oh, I thought his lightsaber was on. I'm like, oh shit, he's in trouble for sure, man.
just hovering above him, threatening. No.
Yeah, exactly. All you hear is the breathing.
Definitely a lot going on in this shot for sure.
Yeah, that's what I love about all his shots so far. Is each one of them tells a story, and you don't need dialogue or anything. It just tells a story.
And I when I say a lot, I'm saying like a good amount, not like when you say a lot, there's people that are just like, I'm gonna pile everyone in.
Yeah, exactly.
There's planning happening here. You're seeing it in action, with the dimensions of who's in the foreground. And there's a this thing happening.
Exactly.
It's hard to describe what I'm seeing, but yeah, good shit.
And it kind of reminds me of like this is happening in between the shots of Empire Strikes Back. So just before Vader talks to the bounty hunters, it feels like this is when he's just going to approach them to tell them no disintegrations.
it's when Vader's saying, "Hey, you're gonna get the money, right? Like, we're just entertaining these other clowns. They're the B team."
But you're my man.
You know what to do. Eject with the trash. Follow Solo. You got this.
Exactly. You my man.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's another guy that actually not only does he build awesome dioramas, but he also takes some phenomenal shots as well. So check out some of his diorama work. Like, look at that. Wow. Like that's just sick, man. I love the weathering. Yeah, he did an awesome job with the weathering. Nice. I'm guessing this is 1/18 scale, or if not, that's
sorry. I have to lean in to become giant head the way I'm set up here in the.
That's okay. I have a big massive TV screen. Yeah, I'm guessing it's 1/18 screen. So
doing this on my phone here.
So yeah, very very nice.
Nice. I always approve of that.
But wait till you see what room that's in. So that I think he built that arcade thing, but. Check out the room that he built around that thing, which is it's in the next shot.
Mando Solo. doing the Eddie Van Halen hammer-ons is that thing, you know? Actually, no, that's more like a Pete Townsend windmill deal there, but yeah.
Yep. But either way, it's an
righteous.
Elvis windmill.
Or yeah, it's righteous, man. I love that. Yeah, actually, with the knee, yeah, maybe an Elvis. I don't know.
It kind of has that Elvis vibe to it, like
good point.
The way his knees kind of bent and he's looking down at the guitar.
And he is many things to many people.
Exactly. Yeah. So here's a ship that he built. This is I think it's the Kid Line. It's supposed to be the Phantom, and it's a Kid Line version of the Phantom that has or is it a Y-wing? I can't remember.
Looks like a mini Y-wing or something.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a mini Y-wing. He, as you can see, he has the tools there to chop it up.
When you just need to bomb small targets.
And this is what he built out of that.
Dude, that thing's dope.
That is so sick. Like, he did such an awesome job. And I love the paintwork on it. Like, so sick.
That's like Zilla Creations thing that he came on with last week with that kind of that's very reminiscent of that kind of old World War II aircraft vibe.
Yeah, that's what I was telling That's what I was telling Zilla. Like, I love design of that ship. It's very simple, but definitely had even though it was sci-fi, it had that old school feel to it.
Well, when you put the turbines underneath the wings, kind of close to the fuselage, it gives that, or out on the wings, depending.
Yeah,
it just gives that
old school vibe to it.
Yeah,
for sure. And then we have another Star Wars fan. So a lot of the stuff that I follow tends to be like sci-fi or Star Wars. So this is Star Wars Action Figure Adventures. So he's another one that does some pretty awesome shots in regards to like setting up a scene and telling a story with just one shot. So yeah, here's another cool shot that he did, which is really cool because it's like you could see they're standing. They're in the background, but the way he shot it, they're in the foreground kind of thing, right?
They're the focal point of the shot.
That's the word I was looking for sure.
Yeah.
And awesome stuff. So yeah, it's Shinati. I forget his name again.
Balin.
Balin. That's it. Balin something
or other. I don't remember.
Balin and Shin. Either way, it's a great shot. Here's another great shot. So the meeting of the two Imperial, head of states. So Thrawn and Tarkin in the room. Thrawn showing off his art pieces, and talking about how important it is to figure out a culture but through their artwork. So he's saying,
I own the rare JPEG prototype rocket firing Boba Fett. Do you want to see it?
Unfortunately, I lost the rocket because I swallowed it when I fired it. Fired it at my face.
Careful.
That's why they got rid of it.
I know why they did that. I remember the Viper incident with Battlestar Galactica, but yeah.
I was that kid.
Mattel took a righteous hit there, man. They were like, oh no. All right.
Because it was such a small ship too. It wasn't even 118 like their figures, which is so weird. I don't know why they went in that direction.
It's like the size of a Dungeons and Dragons lead miniature, man. They're tiny. They were like the action figures that went inside the vehicle. So the rocket was about the size of it was like
oh my god, like
half an inch long or something, and maybe or something.
Yeah, it was
perfect size. Perfect size
perfect size to swallow.
Yeah.
Oh, Balin, it's Balin
Skull. Thank
you. I knew there's someone in the chat that would know. Ian knows everything.
Comic book 2-pack. Remember when they were doing the comic pack?
Yes.
I remember those. Asajj Ventress and some guy with long blonde hair. What was his name? Because I feel like that was Balin Skull too, or Score, or no, it was like some.
No. It was
It's like some rather. It was like a name. Like that.
It was an old dude, and it was from the. It was the same from. It wasn't with. It wasn't with Asajj Ventress. It was with Mara Jade. It was Mara Jade, and his name was something Sabayoth or something like that.
Okay. Hey,
he was the old Jedi. I think he was supposed to be a clone of the Jedi that died. But yeah, he had like the big gray blondish beard and stuff. He looked like really old, but yeah, I think that's who you're thinking of. I could be wrong.
Maybe, I don't know. He had like some red marks on his face, and she came with some like assassin droid.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe
We'll
I'm
look
the
into
one
it. We
that's
can look into
wrong.
this. I gotta close the store real quick. My dog just muscled right through it. Hold on a
Wah,
second.
wah. So here's another awesome shot. So again, like one picture, just like my Star Wars guys, another great shot where the picture tells so much of the story, and it's just phenomenal. So here's like
Nice,
Imperials around in a market. It looks like very
nice
cool.
nice custom work with that dude next to Mando.
Yeah, like
Yep,
came out really good.
yeah, I like that one.
Awesome stuff. Let's see here.
Can't remember what that species is called. What are they called? Bothans? Or is that the Bothans, or what is that? Or whole
Look,
store was the comic 2-pack. Thanks, buddy.
so I was wrong. You were right, my friend.
I've been just collecting these dumb things forever.
Yep.
I pretty much like if I don't have it currently, I had it at one point, and someone
Yeah,
else
I,
has it
I
now, you know. It's
I
like
had a
that.
lot of those 2-packs too, because there's the one with the two characters that Luke was supposed to go meet up before when he was going to Taji Station. The girl,
Yeah, it was the mystery woman and a Shad Hared or something, and he was like a Tusken, but you could take his head covering off, and it was just some dude with a long braid and face tattoos or something.
something like that.
I had that one as well. I mean, I dude literally went to a Comic-Con and was just had a booth and was like selling stuff, and I think I sold those for like $25. Right?
Yeah, you can easily make
People
money.
would be so
money on
disappointed.
those.
Oh, but yeah, well, what they're worth now, yeah, took a big hit, honestly. So yeah.
I can imagine if for $25 I would have bought that.
A lot of
'Cause
people
now
did.
the figures now are $25 and they're not even like vintage or anything like
Oh
that.
man, I made
so-
some cheese at that show, but yeah, I was hustling all day. So
Nice. But here's another great shot.
oh wow,
Cara-
that's dope. Yeah, I like that one.
Cara Dune about to blow his head off.
Yep.
That's what happens when you talk shit, Imperial.
Yep. Oh, that one's great.
Another great shot. I love how Grogu's on his shoulder like in the movie.
Mhm.
Very cool. He's looking to buy some new products, it looks like. Maybe he's a new
Right.
part for his ship. Oh, yeah, awesome stuff. So here's another one. This guy, I'm hoping he's going to be on the show next week.
Yeah.
I've been trying to convince him, so hopefully he saw last week's episode and that was enough to convince him to check this out. So TH Customs UK, this guy makes some amazing custom figures. Like, check this shit out, man.
Right, these are cool.
Like the weathering is
Loving
just
what
sick.
I'm seeing, yeah, this is like acid rain level. Paint
Yeah,
job.
like the weathering is definitely acid
tier.
rain level.
I'd have to ask this person
Oh.
if they grew up painting Dungeons and Dragons miniatures, because this is like paint skills on paint skills here.
Yep. Oh, Jabberlong's here. Welcome, my friend. Welcome to the party. But yeah, he does some really phenomenal customs. Check out this next one.
Dope.
Like, oh my god, Star Killer on the
Yeah.
left. Like, awesome stuff. And then he made the guy from those I really wish they became like an animated series, but they were the little trailers for the Star Wars video game. I think it's KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. They made they were doing all these small like animated trailers, like computer generated trailers, and the trailers were so freaking awesome. Like, I actually ended up downloading them so I can just make one long movie out of them. But yeah, that character on the right is from one of those trailers. But yeah, really cool stuff. And then he has a custom Mando.
Right. That one kind of looks like one of the ones that came from there was one in the comic pack that kind of had that colorway.
Yeah, I remember that.
I can't remember his name.
The
but,
green and the green and the blue.
Yeah,
That could be what inspired that one.
Could be. I don't know.
Hopefully, if he comes on, I'll have to.
I gotta give you props. You know so much more of the lore of like the expanded universe and other stuff, man. Like, I know like the first 3 movies and
I
I
know a little bit more. I know a little bit more than you, but aside from, I just make it sound like I know.
I'm like a vampire. I have to learn from younger Star Wars fans. They gotta help me make it in the new age of Star Wars.
We're the same age, man.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I'm impressed that you know all this crap. I don't.
I don't know any of the newer stuff. But that the guy Snoop Dogg. That is such a sick custom. I love it. The Ganjalorian. Like that's the perfect name for Snoop Dogg Mandalorian. Ganjalorian.
Yeah, that's that
Awesome stuff. And I love the paint scheme that he went with for that. And then we have Boss Nas on the right.
Right.
And so yeah, here's a few more customs.
Cool.
We have
That's
Plo Koon, and then on the right we have Thrawn, and we have another Chiss, a female Chiss. I know there's a character in one of the books. I think it's in the not Heir to the Empire. She's in the First Flight
Again,
book,
man.
novel. I just recently listened to the Audible book. If that's the character I'm thinking of, I forget her name, but yeah, she kind of the image that I got of that character looks like her. So, but yeah, either way, it looks really good. Did an awesome job on that. And then we have the Stunt Man Fred. He's another guy that creates some amazing customs, like the level of, and these are, we have to remember, these are 4-inch figures that he's created with this much detail. Like, check out the Rocketeer, man. No, it's a very simple look, but
that Red Dead, the Red Dead stuff he's done.
Oh like, yeah, that guy's sick.
Just outside of that, always works incredible. But that's a personal favorite one right there for me.
Yeah, for sure.
I would push an old lady down in the park to own that figure. Yeah.
Well, if they can get him on the show, maybe I could surprise you or something.
Or if you could find me an old lady to push down. I mean, whichever way gets me there faster, bro. Sorry.
I need one of those little things to pop on a screen.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like, you wanted me on the show, man. You asked me. All right, nice. Oh, God. That Marty.
I know that Marty is so sick.
Freaking awesome.
They both are awesome. Yeah. They're both really cool. But that Marty, I really love that Marty. Because like I totally picture like the pose that he has him in. I totally picturing him in the movie, looking at his watch.
No, he's out of time. Did I tell you I went and saw like all 3 of those movies back to back to back when they released the 3rd movie. When they premiered the 3rd movie, they did this like near where I lived. Mm-hmm. Dude, after watching all 3 of those movies back to back to back in a theater, and then like the 3rd movie, they decided to turn the air conditioning off.
Oh,
and like
God,
you're in the Wild West, but it's like getting hotter and hotter inside this. Dude, by the end, I was down to my A shirt and I was just dying, bro.
They did it on purpose, man.
And I was so tired of Michael J. Fox doing that number, like looking right at his wrist, going, like pulling his hair out. I was like, ugh.
You're out of time, dude. Just get with it.
Yeah, you got to watch. Just pay attention. Anyway.
Great Scott!
Yeah, great Scott indeed. Well, those are incredible, man. Those are really incredible.
Yeah, those are phenomenal figures.
Really blows my work out of the water. Oh, jeez, come on.
I know, right? Look at the Ghostbuster, man. That's sick.
That in the bar over here. Jeez.
Like, I know. It's like when you see stuff like this, it's one of 2 things. You're either like in awe or you're like, shit, I give up customizing. I'm done.
What did I hear? You know, they said you want to know if somebody's hating on your stuff and jealous, and like that's what we used to call it back in the day, jealous. We didn't have the word hater.
Exactly. Oh, burn.
Almost quoting John Favreau back here, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just like when you see this stuff, you can tell when people are hating on you because they don't even show up to like you know what
exactly.
I mean? Like their silence is their jealousy.
That or they start trying to
about it. This guy's work's incredible. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Or you get those kind of people that pop in and just to try to criticize your work, they look for any little thing that they feel they could throw some negativity towards it. Or like the young kids say, or they used to throw shade.
Yeah.
I don't think they use that term anymore, but this is pure 6'7", man, 6'7".
Yeah. But, shade. My wife still uses that term. I hear it occasionally. Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, so this is somebody. He's been on the show. So this is the lead.
The lead will walk the earth.
Will walk the earth, not the lead. The lead. He told me for sure it's the lead because it rhymes with dead. And the way he came up with it was a 2-prong. You actually figured it out, Wolfman. Back in the day, D&D figures were made out of lead. So that's he used to there you go. Hold hold that there. Just give me 1 sec. Let me get the cursor. So yeah, these were made out of lead.
Yeah, this is like one of 3 I still own. I had hundreds of these things.
That's a lot of detail though on that.
Oh man, these things are so cool. But when you want to talk about your eyes getting trashed trying to paint something, that's why I don't have them anymore. I passed them on to some guy who does the dungeon master thing because I'm like, I'm not going to paint these anymore. I'm going to paint these last 3 and call it good.
Yeah.
They're tedious.
It's crazy how that's become a term now. I called it good from Bolai. But so yeah, the lead show will walk the earth. He was on the show not too long ago, earlier in the year. No, it was last year he was on. But yeah, he does a lot of tabletop gaming, and that's kind of what I was talking about in the promo that I did for this episode, is that he plays Toy Domination's game. I think it's called Dice and Plastic. And I'd like to use that for Titans of the Universe. So that's going to be coming out in January. I actually decided that that's when Titans of the Universe is coming out. So next January is when the tournament's going to begin. So you have plenty of time to create your character. I'll bring up the whole rules and stuff again in future episodes. But yeah, stay tuned for the channel for that. But the reason why I was showcasing him, he's not one of the newer guys I discovered, but I do love his work because the sets that he creates for the gaming alone is just really sick. So, like for example, the little pieces of paper on the desk, he prints those up, cuts them up, just so that they're in scale with the figures. He builds a lot of his stuff out of like junk and stuff. Now that he's discovered 3D printing, it's taken him to the next level with his work. But yeah, he does some phenomenal stuff. He's another great person at painting and weathering stuff as well.
Doing that.
And because he's like you, he used to paint the miniatures. So he kind of just shifted that over to 1/18 scale. So now his painting's even more phenomenal because it's the larger scale.
Oh, it's incredible. You're just like, oh,
I know, right?
I got room to mess up here, dude. Like,
meanwhile, I'm looking at 1/18 and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so tiny. I can't see.
The fun times of like repainting the same eyeball on the same dwarf, like 6 or 7 times just to get it just right.
Exactly. Actually,
doesn't help if you're OCD. But anyway, yeah.
What's he saying here? Updated figures. Yep. It actually is pretty cool, man.
Right.
But yeah, so he does like a lot of, and I love how his pictures too tell stories as well. But these are actually in the middle of like the gaming that he does. So he stops playing because the Toy Domination game you could play by yourself or you could play with other people as well. So a lot of the times when he's playing his games, he'll actually stop, take a shot of something that's happening right in the middle of the game that he's playing. So here's another shot. Look at that door.
That door's dope.
Just crazy. I know,
nice
right?
Work. Nice work.
But really cool stuff.
Oh, game over.
he didn't make it.
No, man, he didn't get away with the plans. The guys chucked a shuriken into his neck before he got out the door, and he just dropped all the papers. He was
just a courier, man. He was just a courier, man. Wrong place, wrong time.
Right shuriken.
Well, yeah, here's another awesome shot.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like, you got me.
The level of taking the time to put plants outside the windows too. I like that.
I know, right?
I like the extra details.
All the little details just take a picture to the next level.
For sure.
But yeah, very nice. And then these guys going through the jungle.
Lurking in the jungle.
Yep. So crazy. And then finally, we're going to end things off with TK421. Now, this is a guy, I've been following him for a while. But I so want this guy on the show. I've been trying for months. I've been trying to get this guy on the show, and he keeps turning me down. I just really hope one day he changes his mind. I'm trying to wear him down to come onto the show. But all of his creations are made out of
fruit basket. Everybody loves a fruit basket.
That's a good idea. I might
send
have
a fruit
to
basket,
do that.
or send some savory cheeses and crackers and meats. Those are always great.
or like a basket full of chocolates, like shaped like Star Wars stuff.
There's ways to get it done, man. You got to grease the wheel, brother.
You're right. I got to do it. But yeah, this guy makes all of his stuff out of foam board.
I
like
love
foam
it.
core.
Wow, that is like,
So
God
yeah,
bless it, man. I can't. Yeah, my mind
earlier
cannot
in
do this
this
kind of stuff.
episode, I was
It's unreal.
earlier in this episode, I was talking about his Greebly work. So that ship has like stuff made out of straws. He has
Sure,
stuff made out of like
sure.
plastic covers, and then
So
like the
rad.
wings
That's
and
so
everything
rad.
is made
I
out of
love
foam
that.
board.
I love
And just
that,
to give
man.
you, and just so you
Yeah.
guys know, not only does he make all this stuff out of foam board and junk, but it's 1/12 scale.
What?
So this is a
Yeah.
1/12 scale ship. Like this thing is sick, man. And the wings do articulate and everything. Like look at the
Get
size of that,
out
man.
of here. That thing's a monster.
Like that is sick,
Holy
man.
moly, man.
And not only does he do all of that, but he also adds lighting to all this stuff as
Atta
well.
boy. I
So
love this
this guy
guy.
goes. I think
I
he's an
love this guy.
engineer. I think he's a mechanic / engineer.
Something's
But
going on
yeah,
because my addled brain could not conceive of
I
such
know, right?
majesty.
With
That's something intense. That's an intense building, dude. That's
he
crazy.
sold his soul. He sold his
Something happened
soul.
there. Something happened, dude. I don't
But
know.
this is
It's
sick. Like,
amazing. Yeah. Wow. Look at that.
look at this one, man. And
Oh
I'm
man.
sorry about the pictures because these are all just screen grabs from videos. So the quality is not the best, but oh my gosh, like look at this
something
stuff,
else.
man. Look at that.
All right.
So this is made out of like foam core, but you also use stuff like bottle caps and stuff like that for the feet. And then like cuts up little pieces of plastic and stuff like that. Use some grating,
That's
like
amazing.
some meshing and stuff like that to build this. But and then not only that, he also can paint. He can paint in weather like there's no tomorrow. Like
I
just
looked at that thing and I was
phenomenal
like,
work.
"That's that." I mean, you could buy that being like I said, like
Right.
that's like that looks like a Kit Lau creation of some
Exactly.
sort.
Something like an independent seller. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
oh my
that's
gosh,
amazing
this is
stuff.
I think he does do commission
Yeah.
work too though. Like look at
Yeah.
that. Just sick. Again, all the lights and stuff like that. And then not only that, but he built a whole diorama around it as well. Very cool stuff. And remember, when you're looking at this, it's 1/12 scale.
Yeah, no,
So
again,
these are
yeah,
the 6-inch figures. I'm like, I don't know
keep
where
forgetting.
he stores
Keep
all this
forgetting.
stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, folks, that is the Creators Corner for this week. It's like a lot of awesome stuff. But before we go, this one last thing I want to mention. The monthly challenge for the month of May, which is ending very soon. Well, today is the last Wednesday of the month of May. But you have until Monday to submit your creations. So the theme is on the underworld, so the crime world. So it could be, you can make it a bounty hunter. You can make it the cop that chases the criminals. You can make it a criminal. You can make it a gangster. You can make it a crime lord. Whatever you like, as long as it's part of the underworld, you can create that figure. Send me anywhere between 3 to 5 pictures or a short reel of your character. If you have a story that goes along with it, you can send that along as well to my Instagram. So at WIP Wednesday Live on Instagram or at _ Pirates of the Galaxy. You can send it there as well. And I'll put those together. And then hopefully on June 3rd, I'll be able to show off those amazing pieces of work. So far I have 2 submissions. So get on that, boys. I know I have a few more coming. I'm also still working on mine, so I'll show that off in next week's episode. And I'm going to give you guys a head start for the month of June so you guys know what the theme is for the month of June. So for the month of June, I would like you guys to create your best looking speeder. It could be a speeder bike. It could be a speeder car, truck, whatever. But it has to be like a hover vehicle of some kind. So I want to see what you guys come up with because I know you guys are going to come up with some phenomenal stuff. I'm mentioning it now so that way you have about 5 weeks to work on that. So that should give you plenty of time. We'll showcase that in the first week of July. So you have plenty of time to work on that. And you still have enough time, if you haven't started already, to whip together a crime lord or someone part of the underworld. Now, keep in mind that with the monthly builds, it doesn't have to be something you build brand new. It could be something you custom built a little while ago, but never really got a chance to showcase it, and you want to showcase that, you can do that. If it's a hover vehicle for next month that you've already built, you can, send me pictures of those, because it doesn't have to, it has to be something you've built. That's basically what the challenge is something you build. Whether it's something you're building now or something you've built already, that doesn't matter. And it could be a kit bash. So it doesn't have to be something where you scratch build it. There's no dollar value minimum or maximum. So, the sky's the limit with your creations. And folks, so that brings us to the end of the show. Wolfman, do you have anything that you're currently working on?
Just cleaning up my upstairs area so people can view it when they come visit in about a week or so.
Very nice, very nice.
That's it. Once I get that rolling, then I'm gonna get building again. So that's about it, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing, because you showed me, I got to see some sneak peeks, folks, of some of the stuff that he's working on, and I can't wait to see the end results. Like, I think you put some of them in some pics already. I did. Sure.
I did. Might have already, yeah. There was a new. I'm working on an arcade. I did a kind of a Blade Runner apartment area, or the top of Rick Deckard's apartment area. Anyway, yeah, we more to come. I got to find the time to get out there and actually build and do some prep work in the garage down in the shop. So
nice. Oh, yeah. level 7's here. Thank you for joining us.
Hey.
If you missed any stuff, you can always go and check out the replay, because we talked about a lot of awesome toys and stuff, and also about our giveaways. So level 7, if you want a chance of winning some giveaways, join us next Wednesday for a chance to win. And who knows, you might have stuff for some of your pieces that you make. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for joining us. For those that stuck around till the end, thank you so much. For those watching the replay, thank you so much for your support. Hit that like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care, Pirates.